United States Senator Dr. Bill Cassidy. Hey, Dr. Bill, welcome back to Keel. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm not coughing. I don't have a sore throat, so I'm counting my blessings.
Now that you brought that up, if you don't mind for a couple of seconds to start our conversation, I would like to talk to Dr. Bill Cassidy rather than Senator Bill Cassidy. Is that okay?
That's fine, man.
It seems to me, in everything I'm reading as we get farther along in this COVID-19 stuff, that there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of hysteria there, and I'll get right to it. I read an article yesterday that said two things. One, it said, despite what earlier thought, the particles from coronavirus can hang and live in the air from 2 to 5 hours. And I thought about that, and I thought, well, that just doesn't make sense. It's not like I'm sneezing helium. Is that just something that's made up, or do you know that to be true?
So that was an NIH study, so I think we can assume that it's true. You're right, that's going to be an extreme case. Normally things precipitate out, but I think what they're trying to point out is the extreme infectiousness of this virus. And the fact that it's going around the world so quickly is kind of testament to that. And so now, is it always going to do that? No. But can it do it? Yes. And I think what is more concerning is the fact that it can live on surfaces for so long. That same article pointing that out.
Pardon me just a second. That brings me to my second question. And it was, I think, in the same article, and it said that of all the cases in the USA, and I think this is 100% off, but like I said, if I'm wrong, correct me. It said that there's no evidence that anyone in the United States had caught coronavirus from a surface.
Correct.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So now I'm talking as Dr. Bill Cassidy. When medical journals write such articles, they write on the evidence they have. So they put some amount of virus on a surface, and they look to see how long it stayed there and lived. Okay? That's what you do when you test things. Mm-hmm. But that said, they don't have evidence that it's actually occurred. It doesn't mean that it has not occurred. It just means that they don't have evidence. And so some things are intuitive.
In other words,
they are not using intuition.
It's accurate, but not necessarily true. Is that sort of what you're telling me?
Well, it's accurate, not necessarily true, but certainly not necessarily not true. It is just unknown. So what you're really asking is if somebody sneezed on that metal counter in the kitchen and walked away without cleaning it, could you walk in, put your hand on it, wipe your face, and contract the virus? From the evidence we have, the virus lives on that counter. If you put your hand there and wiped your face, you could get it, but no one has actually proven that. It doesn't mean it's not true, doesn't mean it is true, but it probably is true. It probably is true, but in the medical literature, they're just saying they actually haven't proven it to be true, therefore they cannot say it's true.
Dr. Bill, when's my check going to arrive? I'm going to cut right to the chase.
Well, so in all seriousness, Aaron, you always bring a smile to my face. The minutiae, we're trying to keep the economy going. We recognize there's a lot of families that have bills coming up, and all of a sudden there's the cash flow disruption or the threat of cash flow disruption. So Mnuchin said that he can get the Treasury Secretary, that he thinks those checks will go out by the end of the first week of April. Hopefully that's in time for mortgage payments, for car payments. If somebody has, again, income interruption, they can buy groceries, etc. So Mnuchin is telling us that's true. As far as I know, it's going to be true.
How much? Is it 1,000?
I don't remember the exact sum off the top of my head, but I believe it is more than 1,000.
Okay, I have an idea, and because I don't need the $1,000. Can I donate it to whoever I want? I don't want you to keep it. I don't want the government to keep it. I want to be able to do. Should we have some sort of movement for those of us who are not impacted that we donate it to some worthy cause? I mean, would you like to see that happen?
A couple of things. You ready? Mm-hmm. We are all in this together. right now churches are going to see a significant decrease in the amount of contributions they're receiving. But churches are providing volunteers. They're providing, help for those people who have particular needs. The church is a good place. There's going to be a lot of money coming down for social services. But let me say one more thing. If you have a healthcare worker that lives near you, when I say a healthcare worker, I mean the ward clerk, the person who receives you coming in, the person who helps park the cars, the person who volunteers at the front desk, the janitor. God bless the janitors. They're cleaning up everything.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor, the nurse, the tech, the administrator, you name it. Do something nice for them.
Okay.
Mow their grass.